Brittany McChrystal was trapped, not in a physical prison, but in a cycle of her own making, bound by habits that were slowly eroding her well-being. Her days were filled with unhealthy eating habits, a diet dominated by junk food, and a sedentary lifestyle that left her feeling drained and unmotivated. Like many of us, she struggled with her weight. Each glance in the mirror was a reminder of the battle she was losing, a battle that seemed to grow more daunting with each passing day. Years of a sedentary lifestyle and poor eating habits had taken their toll. The couch had become her constant companion, and the allure of convenience foods was hard to resist. Brittany found herself feeling sluggish, unhappy, and uncomfortable in her own skin. The energy she once had seemed like a distant memory, replaced by a constant state of fatigue and dissatisfaction. She knew something had to change, but the thought of overhauling her entire life felt overwhelming and impossible. The mountain of change seemed insurmountable, and she often felt hopeless. One day, a routine doctor's visit turned into a wake-up call. What she thought would be a simple checkup became a pivotal moment in her life. Brittany's doctor expressed concern about her weight and the potential health risks it posed. The words were not just medical advice, they were a stark warning. The doctor's words hit her hard. It was as if a veil had been lifted, revealing the stark reality of her situation. She was deeply affected, realizing that her current path was leading to a future she didn't want. It was time to take control of her health, not just for her physical well-being, but for her overall happiness and longevity. She knew that the changes she needed to make were not just about losing weight, but about reclaiming her life. The doctor's visit sparked a fire in Brittany. It ignited a determination she hadn't felt in years, a resolve to take action and make lasting changes. She was tired of feeling uncomfortable and unhealthy. The discomfort was no longer just physical, it was emotional and mental, affecting every aspect of her life. She was ready to make a change, but she wanted to do it right this time. She began researching healthy changes, looking for ways to improve her lifestyle in a sustainable manner. No more crash diets or unsustainable fads. She knew that quick fixes were not the answer, and that true change required a commitment to long-term health. Brittany was determined to find a sustainable approach to weight loss, one that she could maintain for the long haul. She understood that this journey was not just about shedding pounds, but about building a healthier, happier life. She set realistic goals and created a plan that included balanced nutrition, regular physical activity, and mental well-being. Each step forward was a step towards a brighter, healthier future. Brittany also sought support from friends, family, and online communities. She knew that having a support system was crucial in staying motivated and accountable. As she began to see progress, she celebrated small victories. Each milestone, no matter how small, was a testament to her hard work and dedication. Brittany's journey was not easy, but it was empowering. She discovered a newfound love for a healthy lifestyle and began to enjoy activities she once thought were out of reach. Reflecting on her journey, Brittany felt grateful for the wake-up call that set her on this path. She looked forward to a future filled with health, happiness, and endless possibilities. Today, Brittany lives a balanced life, feeling fulfilled and embracing her new lifestyle. Her story is a reminder that it's never too late to make a change, and that the journey to health and happiness is worth every step. Like many of us, Brittany had fallen prey to the allure of fad diets. The promise of quick results and dramatic transformations was too tempting to resist. She'd tried them all, low carb, juice cleanses, you name it. Each new diet came with the hope that this time it would be different. Each time, she'd lose a few pounds initially, only to gain it all back, and sometimes more, when the diet ended. The cycle was relentless and disheartening. These restrictive diets left her feeling deprived, irritable, and ultimately defeated. The constant hunger and lack of satisfaction took a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. They also damaged her relationship with food, turning it into something to be feared and controlled rather than enjoyed. Meals became a source of anxiety rather than pleasure. Brittany realized that these fad diets were not the answer. She needed a new approach, one that would not only help her lose weight, but also improve her overall health and happiness. They were quick fixes that did more harm than good. The short-term results were overshadowed by long-term consequences, both physically and emotionally. She needed a sustainable approach, one that focused on nourishing her body with real, whole foods, not depriving it. This meant embracing a variety of foods that provided essential nutrients and energy. It was during this time of reflection that Brittany stumbled upon a concept that would change her life: the 80-20 rule. This principle offered a balanced approach to eating that was both realistic and effective. This simple but powerful principle advocates for balance and moderation, not restriction and deprivation. It encourages people to eat nutritious foods 80% of the time while allowing for indulgences 20% of the time. It meant that Brittany could still enjoy her favorite foods, like tacos and burgers, without derailing her progress. This approach made her feel more in control and less guilty about her food choices. This realization was a game changer for Brittany. It shifted her mindset from one of restriction to one of balance and enjoyment. It lifted the weight of guilt and shame she had been carrying around food, allowing her to approach her weight loss journey from a place of self-love and compassion. She began to see food as fuel and nourishment, rather than an enemy. Brittany started to enjoy a variety of foods, savoring each meal without the constant worry of breaking a diet rule. She found satisfaction in balanced meals and the freedom to indulge occasionally. Along with her new approach to eating, Brittany incorporated regular physical activity into her routine. She chose activities she enjoyed, which made it easier to stay consistent and motivated. Over time, Brittany saw positive changes not just in her weight, but in her overall health and well-being. She felt more confident, empowered, and in control of her life. Brittany's journey inspired those around her. She became a role model for friends and family, showing that a balanced, sustainable approach to eating and living was not only possible, but also incredibly rewarding. Today, Brittany lives a balanced life, free from the vicious cycle of fad diets. She enjoys her food, her body, and her life to the fullest, proving that true health and happiness come from balance and self-love. The 80-20 rule resonated deeply with Brittany. It wasn't about being perfect, it was about being mindful and making healthier choices most of the time. This approach felt sustainable, realistic, and most importantly, enjoyable. Brittany was excited to finally ditch the restrictive diets and embrace a way of eating that nourished her body and soul. She began by focusing on the 80%. She started incorporating more whole, nutrient-dense foods into her diet: fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods provided her with the energy and nutrients she needed to fuel her body and mind. She also made a conscious effort to cook more meals at home, where she could control the ingredients and portion sizes. The remaining 20% allowed Brittany to indulge in her favorite treats in moderation. She didn't have to give up tacos or burgers altogether. She simply enjoyed them mindfully and less frequently. This balance was key to her success. It prevented feelings of deprivation and helped her stay consistent with her healthy habits. Section 4. Finding my footing, small changes, big impact. With the 80-20 rule as her guiding principle, Brittany started making small, sustainable changes to her daily routine. She knew that drastic overhauls were often difficult to maintain, so she focused on making gradual adjustments that she could stick with for the long haul. One of the first changes Brittany made was incorporating more movement into her day. She started by walking, gradually increasing her distance and pace. She aimed for 10,000 steps a day, using a fitness tracker to monitor her progress. Walking became her daily ritual, a time to clear her head, enjoy the outdoors, and prioritize her physical health. In addition to walking, Brittany also started incorporating strength training into her routine. She began with bodyweight exercises at home, gradually adding weights as she got stronger. Strength training not only helped her build lean muscle mass, which boosted her metabolism, but it also made her feel empowered and confident. Section 5. Getting creative in the kitchen. One of the most transformative aspects of Brittany's journey was her newfound love for cooking. She found joy in the process of preparing meals, which became a therapeutic and rewarding experience for her. She discovered that healthy eating didn't have to be bland or boring, it could be delicious and satisfying. By incorporating a variety of colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, she created meals that were not only nutritious, but also visually appealing. She experimented with different cuisines, flavors, and ingredients, creating nutritious and flavorful meals that she looked forward to eating. From trying out exotic spices to incorporating seasonal produce, Brittany's kitchen became a playground for culinary creativity. Brittany made it a point to pack her own lunch and snacks, ensuring she always had healthy options on hand. This not only helped her stay on track with her dietary goals, but also saved her money and time during busy workdays. She swapped out sugary drinks for water, infused with fruits and herbs for a refreshing twist. This simple change made a significant difference in her overall hydration and energy levels throughout the day. She also made healthier swaps for some of her favorite indulgences, like baking with almond flour instead of white flour. This allowed her to enjoy treats without the guilt, knowing they were made with wholesome ingredients, or using Greek yogurt in place of sour cream. This not only reduced the calorie content of her meals, but also added a boost of protein and probiotics, contributing to her overall well-being. Social gatherings no longer filled Brittany with dread. She learned to navigate these events with confidence, making choices that aligned with her health goals while still enjoying the company of friends and family. She learned to navigate restaurant menus with ease, opting for grilled or baked dishes over fried options. This allowed her to dine out without compromising her commitment to healthy eating, and asking for dressings and sauces on the side. This simple request helped her control the amount of added fats and sugars in her meals, making dining out a more enjoyable experience. She also became more mindful of her portion sizes, listening to her body's hunger cues. By paying attention to when she was truly hungry and when she was satisfied, Brittany avoided overeating and felt more in tune with her body's needs, and stopping when she was satisfied, not overly full. This practice of mindful eating not only helped her maintain a healthy weight, but also enhanced her overall relationship with food, making each meal a more enjoyable and fulfilling experience. Brittany also embraced the habit of meal planning and prepping. By dedicating time each week to plan her meals and prepare ingredients in advance, she ensured that she always had healthy options readily available. This proactive approach minimized the temptation to reach for unhealthy convenience foods. Cooking became a family affair, with Brittany involving her loved ones in the process. This not only made meal preparation more fun, but also instilled healthy eating habits in her children, setting them up for a lifetime of good nutrition. She enjoyed trying new recipes and exploring different cooking techniques. Whether it was mastering the art of stir-frying or perfecting a homemade salad dressing, each new skill added to her culinary repertoire and boosted her confidence in the kitchen. Ultimately, Brittany's journey in the kitchen was about more than just food. It was about discovering a new passion, building healthier habits, and creating a positive and nourishing environment for herself and her family. Her story is a testament to the